Well, the battle over voting maps wraps up as intense rounds of rain caused flooding at the State House.
And WVTM 13's Lisa Crane is joining us live now from Montgomery. Lisa, what can you tell us about what's happening out there?
I can tell you we were in the State House until about 5:40 when alarms went off and they started evacuating the State House. And talking to a staffer that's been here more than 30 years, they say this has never happened before. And there was a concern about how they would reconvene the Senate. But take a look at some video that we shot. This is the reason for that evacuation. The loading dock here at the State House flooded several feet. It looks like of water. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but it was high enough to impact some cars there. We've also now outside been hearing discussions about the possibility of gas, and it certainly does smell like it might be some natural gas around here. They've got authorities looking into that right now. But all this happening as state senators were actually debating SB 1 inside. Now, we understand that at the last moment, just before that evacuation, actually as the alarms were sounding, the Senate called a vote on SB 1 and they passed that bill. So SB 1 has passed. That's what we know so far. Now, before that, though, we know that as they were entering the Senate today, just before they met at 4 o'clock, they were met with a lot of protesters, about 50 protesters in the hall, led by Black Lives Matter and other groups there, wanting the lawmakers to know their feelings. And we saw today in the Senate chambers pretty much what we saw in the House chambers earlier today, and that was a line of Democratic senators and state representatives actually standing up to speak, using their full allotted time to speak out, to ask for amendments to these bills and also speak out against them in general. But in the end, again, both those bills, HB 1 passed the House and SB 1 has now passed the Senate. They will go to their respective committees tomorrow. But again, Democrats wanted to make sure that Republicans knew how they felt.
They're sponsoring and supporting legislation that is detrimental to us personally and also to our constituents and to 30% of the state of Alabama. And if it was happening to you, if someone was trying to dilute the vote of the people that you care about, you would be fighting against it too.
Now, again, both those votes passed today. They will go to their respective committees tomorrow, and we do expect to see the final vote on those coming Friday. That's the final day of the special session. In the meantime, though, kind of still a little bit of chaos here at the state capitol as folks have come out of the building. There's some emergency crews here now, and they're looking. Yeah, you can go ahead and show right here what we've got. That some folks still milling out. We're still asking questions about whether there is any issues with gas. We see EMT here. I think someone might have had a medical issue trying to evacuate, but something that you don't typically see here, especially in the middle of this special session. But we're keeping an eye on things. We'll keep you posted on what happens here. Live in Montgomery, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
All right, Lisa, thanks.